Namaste and a very warm welcome to one and all. It feels great to know that all of us have gathered here today to celebrate the fourth annual day at the OASIS, which we know as Autumn Rustle. Today I, Arshia Chandna, and my friend Inaya Tariq will be your hosts for this program.
On behalf of the entire OASIS family, we would specially like to welcome the chairman, the school director and head of school, head senior school, head junior school, head primary school, all the parents and students for accepting to grace this occasion.
Namaste. While the red walls of the oasis witnessed physical silence amidst the pandemic, and our meetings in the crucible and amphitheater were replaced by meetings on Zoom and Google Meet, we still stood together with patience and determination. The night gave way to light, and here we are today. A very warm welcome to one and all. I, Mayuri Rawat, will now present the school report for the academic year 2020 to 2021. One of the most significant aspects of our school is that it gives a chance to all those who want to recognize their strengths and weaknesses so that they know how to accept themselves and others around them. It is a matter of great honor to share and appreciate the immense hard work and impeccable performance by the students who have made all of us proud by passing in the ICSE Board Examinations 2021 with flying colors. Stuti Bhandari, Ridhima Sharma and Arini Mehta. Well, apart from academics, our school touches a large range of areas including physical education, social celebration, skill development and community service, which is the need of the hour in modern times. I would like to share with you the academic and creative celebrations held in the year gone by. We had competitions at both the inter-school and inter-house levels. But first, I would like to begin with the inter-school competitions, which are as follows. Inter-School Model United Nations. A group of students from classes 10 and 11 participated in the Doon School and Pathways Model United Nations, in which we won awards like High Commendation and Best Delegate. We also participated in the Beacon Academy MUN, which was held virtually from Indonesia. Speak to Lead Inter-School Debate Challenge by Ma Anandmay Memorial School Haridwar, in which Vanshika Rawat bagged the first position in the Turncoat Debate category. Spectrum 2021, an inter-school art competition by Unison World School, in which Yashasvi Kanwal and Arav Malhotra received the special mention in the draw motion category. Notebook Ignite in collaboration with IIM Calcutta, in which our school qualified for the semi-final round. Inter-School Best Out of Waste competition by Waste Warriors Dehradun, in which Yashasvi Kandwal bagged the second prize. Sanskriti National Level Inter-School Dance competition, in which Akanksha Mamgai bagged the second position. The 6th Sanawar Lit Fest organized by the Lawrence School Himachal Pradesh, in which Ridhima Sharma and Jia Arora bagged the first position in the poetry writing and recitation competition. The AISC quiz organized by the ICSE board, in which Arini Mehta qualified for the regional round. The OASIS also hosted 3 inter-school events, namely the Prasar Yogita and Kala Taru hosted by the Art Department and the Hindi Utsav organized by the Hindi Department. Apart from this, we also had various inter-house events like English Poetry Writing Competition, Maths Quiz, English Elocution Competition, Incredible India Quiz, Ashu Bhashan Pratiyogita, Model United Nations, English Creative Writing Competitions, and Inter-Class Softboard Decoration Competition. These competitions helped us apply our conceptual knowledge in practical aspects and compete for the same. Apart from such competitions, we had lots of fun as we celebrated various creative events which brought out our skill for music and arts. These events included Western Music Solo Singing Competition, Talent Unveil, French Day Competition, Inter-House Yoga Championship, and one-act play. Although, due to the current global situation, we could not go out for the field trips, midterm excursions, leadership programs like the previous years. But I believe that these online competitions and shows were sufficient to provide us with great exposure towards learning. At the end of the day, each one of us are different instruments of an orchestra named the OASIS, and it is necessary for all of us to play our tune, which would lead to a beautiful symphony. I won't quote any famous personality who would inspire you, as I believe we all choose our own ways of getting inspired. So in the end, I just want to tell you, enjoy this moment before it becomes a memory and make sure that the whole is much larger than the sum of its parts. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the OASIS is attaining excellence in academics, emotional maturity, spiritual richness, as well as social responsibility with each passing year. So, let's celebrate this bond of togetherness by sinking into the depths of music, drama, songs, dance, and joy. We will now begin with our first program. Let's put on our dancing shoes and witness an amazing Indian classical dance form, Kathak. Our students will now perform a Kathak fusion dance titled Malhar Beats.
Dhire na, dhire na, nitom tanana dhire na, dhire na, nitom tanana dhire na, dhire na, nitom tanana dhire na, dhire na, udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, dhim tano 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 tadhire na, dhim tano 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 tadhire na. Tom tanana dhire na, dhire na, 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 udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, dhire na tadim tadire na, tadim tadire na, tadim tadire na, tadire na, tadim tadire na, tadim tadana tom tanana dhire na, dhire na, 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 udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, udana dhim tadana dhim tana dhire na, dhim tano 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 tadire na, dhim tano 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 tadire na, dhim tano 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 tadire na.
टकनक धरती कुकु तक तक जनक जनक तकता जनक जनक तकता जनक जनक तकता जिजकिट दिलांग दुमकिट दादा दुमकिट दादा दुमकिट दादा धा 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 धरकिट 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 सक धरकिट दादा दा धा 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 धाकिट तक दुमकिट तकता धाकिट कद कदिगिन धाकिट तक दुमकिट तकता इंतडान धाकिट दित्तादा धाकिट तक दुमकिट तकता धरकिट तक धाकिट कद कदिगिन धाकिट तक दुमकिट तकता जिजकिट jijgida jijgida tata. Jijgida 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 tata.
Modernization has left an indelible imprint on our society, our values, and our beliefs. One such variation is the introduction of nuclear families amidst the joint family culture. This wasn't so bad until this newness in the structure of the family system inculcated a sense of insensitivity, coldness, and detachment among the family members. Let us look at an interesting incident in the life of an elderly gentleman, Mr. Merriweather, to understand it in a hilarious yet mind-stirring way, who is neither beloved nor deceased, but is still famous as the beloved deceased. So, let's enjoy watching a play titled The Beloved Deceased, which is an adaptation of renowned play, The Dear Departed.
The action takes place in a small provincial town on a Saturday afternoon. The scene is the sitting room of a small house in the lower middle district of a provincial town. Mrs. Slater is seen laying the table. She is a vigorous, red-faced woman prepared to do any amount of straight talking to get her own way. She is in black. She goes to the window, opens it, and calls into the street.
Victoria! Victoria! Do you hear? Come in, will you? Is that you, Victoria? I really am. Be off now and change your dress before your Aunt Elizabeth and your Uncle Ben come. It would never do for them to find you in colors with your grandfather lying dead upstairs.
What are they coming for? They haven't been here for ages.
They're coming to talk over poor grandpa's affairs. Your father sent them a telegram as soon as we found he was dead.
Henry Slater, a stooping heavy man with a drooping moustache, enters. He is wearing a black coat, grey trousers, a black tie and a bowler hat.
I'm wondering if they'll ever come at all. When you and Elizabeth quarreled, she said she would never set foot in your house again.
She'll come fast enough after her share of what our fathers left. You know how hard she can be when she likes. Where she gets it from, I can't tell.
I suppose it's in the family. Where are my slippers?
In the kitchen, but you want a new pair. Those old ones are nearly worn out. You don't seem to realize what it's costing me to bear up like I'm doing. My heart's fit to break when I see the little trifles of my father lying around and think he'll never use them again. Here, you better wear these slippers of my father's now. It's lucky he just got a new pair.
They'll be very small for me, my dear.
They'll stretch, won't they? I'm not going to have them wasted. Henry, I've been thinking about that bureau of my father's that's in his bedroom. You know, I always wanted to have it after he died.
You must arrange with Elizabeth when you're dividing things up.
Elizabeth's that sharp. She'll see I'm after it and we'll drive a hard bargain over it.
Perhaps she's got her eye on the bureau as well.
Got her eye on the bureau as well. You know, she's never been here since father bought it. If it was only down here, instead of in his room, she would never guess it wasn't our own.
Amelia!
Why shouldn't we bring that bureau down here now? We can do it before they come.
I wouldn't care to.
Don't look so daft. Why not?
It doesn't seem delicate, somehow.
We could put that shabby old chest of drawers where the bureau is now. Elizabeth could have that and welcome. I've always wanted to get rid of it.
Suppose they come when we are doing it.
I'll fasten the front door. Get your coat off, Henry. We'll change it. I'll run upstairs and move the chairs out of the way.
Victoria appears, dressed according to her mother's instructions.
What have you got your coat off for, father?
Mother and I are going to bring grandfather's bureau down here.
Are you planning to pinch it?
No, my child. Grandpa gave it to your mother before he died.
This morning?
Yes.
Ah, he was drunk this morning.
I thought I would fetch this down as well. Our clock's worth nothing, and this always appealed to me.
That's Grandpa's clock.
Be quiet. It's ours now. Come, Henry, lift your end.
Henry and Mrs. Slater, very hot and flushed, staggered in with a pretty old-fashioned bureau containing a locked desk. They put it where the chest of drawers was and straightened the ornaments, etc. There's a knock at the door. The knocking is repeated. Victoria ushers in Ben, Mrs. Jordan, and little Jimmy. Mrs. Jordan is a stout, complacent woman with an irritating air of being always right. She is wearing an outfit of new mourning. Ben is also in complete new mourning. He is rather a jolly little man, but at present trying to adapt himself to the regrettable occasion. Mrs. Jordan sails into the room and solemnly goes straight to Mrs. Slater and kisses her. The men shake hands.
Good afternoon, Aunt Amelia and Uncle Henry.
Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Well, Amelia, and so he's gone at last.
Yes, he's gone. He was 72 a fortnight last Sunday.
Now, Amelia, you mustn't give way. We've all got to die some time or other.
And now perhaps you'll tell us all about it.
Father had been merry this morning. He went soon after breakfast to pay his insurance.
He was always thoughtful in that way. He was too honorable to have gone without paying his premium.
And when I came in, I found him undressed, sure enough, and snug in bed.
And when we had finished dinner, I thought I would take up a bit of something on a tray. He was lying there, for all the world as if he was asleep. So I put the tray down on the bureau, on the chest of drawers, and went to waken him. He was quite cold. Well, will you and Ben look at him now, or shall we have tea?
Well, then if the kettle's ready, we may as well have tea first.
One thing we may as well decide now is the announcement in the papers.
I was thinking of that. What would you put? Well, we'll think about it after tea. And then we'll look through his bits of things and make a list of them. There's all the furniture in his room.
There's no jewelry or valuables of that sort.
Except his gold watch. He promised that to our little Jimmy.
Promised you, Jimmy? I never heard of that.
Oh, but he did, Amelia, when he was living with us. He was very fond of Jimmy.
Well, I don't know.
Anyhow, there's insurance money. Have you got the receipt for the premium he paid this morning?
I've not seen it.
Mother, I don't think Grandpa went to pay his insurance this morning.
He went out.
Yes, but he didn't go into town. He met old Mr. Tattersall down the street and they went off past St. Philip's Church.
Do you think he hasn't paid it? Was it overdue?
I should think it was overdue.
Something tells me he has not paid it.
The drunken old beggar!
He has done it on purpose, just to annoy us.
After all I've done for him, having to put up with him in this house these 3 years, it's nothing short of swindling.
I had to put up with him for 5 years.
And you were trying to turn him over to us all the time.
But we don't know for certain that he's not paid the premium.
Victoria, run upstairs and fetch that bunch of keys that are on your grandpa's dressing table.
In Grandpa's room?
Yes.
I don't like to.
Don't talk so silly. There's no one who can hurt you. We'll see if he has locked that receipt up in the bureau.
In where? In this thing?
Where did you pick that up, Amelia? It's new since last I was here.
Oh, Henry picked it up one day.
Mother! Mother!
What is it, child?
Grandpa's getting up.
What?
The child's crazy.
Don't talk so silly. Don't you know your grandpa's dead?
No, he's getting up. I saw him.
Listen! They look at the door. A slight chuckling is heard from upstairs. The door opens, revealing an old man clad in a faded but gay dressing gown. He is in his stockinged feet. Although over 70, he is vigorous and well colored. His bright, malicious eyes twinkle under his heavy reddish-grey eyebrows. He is obviously the old Abel Merriweather, or else his ghost.
What's the matter with little Vicky?
Abel thrusts his hand at Ben, who skips back smartly and retreats with Mrs. Jordan to a safe distance below the sofa.
Father, is that you?
Of course it's me. Don't do that, Amelia. What the devil do you mean by this tomfoolery? You took us by surprise, Father. Are you keeping quite well? What? Are you quite well? I'm right enough, but for a bit of a headache. Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers?
Aren't they by the hearth, Father?
I don't see them.
I told him to put them on. To stretch them. They were that new and hard. Now, Henry!
I don't call that delicate. Stepping into a dead man's shoes in such haste.
Oh, Grandpa, I'm so glad you're not dead. Oh, Grandpa, I'm so happy you're not dead. Victoria.
What's that? Who's gone dead?
Victoria says she's sorry about your head.
Thank you, Vicky. But I'm feeling better. Why, Ben? You are in mourning. And Lizzie too, and Amelia, and Henry, and little Vicky and Jimmy too. Who's gone dead? It's someone in the family?
No one you know of, Father. A relation of Ben's.
And what relation of Ben's?
His brother.
Damn it, I never had one.
Isaac? And where did your brother Isaac die?
In Australia.
Well, I suppose you have only been waiting for me to begin tea. I'm feeling hungry.
I'll make tea.
Come along now. Sit you down and let's be jolly. Amelia and Henry, what the devil do you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom? Do you hear me? Henry, Amelia. What bureau was that, Father? Was it the one, Father? What's it doing there, eh?
The clock on the mantelpiece strikes 6. Everyone looks at it.
Drat me if that isn't my clock too. What's been going on in this house?
Well, I'll be hanged.
I'll tell you what's been going on in this house, Father. Nothing short of robbery.
Be quiet, Elizabeth.
I'll not be quiet. Oh, I call it double-faced.
Now, Elizabeth.
And you too. Are you such a poor creature that you must do every dirty thing she tells you. Damn it all! Will someone tell me what's been going on?
Yes, I will. I'll not see you robbed.
What? Who's been robbing me?
Amelia and Henry, they've stolen your clock and bureau. They sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead.
Hush! Quiet, Elizabeth!
Hush! Quiet, Elizabeth! I'll not be stopped after you were dead, I say.
After who was dead?
You.
But I'm not dead.
No, but they thought you were.
Oh, so that's why you're all in black today. You thought I was dead. That was a big mistake.
Father,
it didn't take you long to start dividing my things between you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since your mother died, I'll be part of the time with you, Amelia, and part with you, Lizzie. Well, I shall make a new will, leaving all my bits of things to whoever I'm living with when I die. How does that strike you?
you know, Father, it's quite time you came to live with us again. We'll make you very comfortable.
No, he's not been with us as long as he was with you.
I may be wrong, but I don't think Father will fancy living on with you after what's happened today.
It seems to me that neither of you has any cause to feel proud about the way you have treated me.
If I've done anything wrong, I'm sure I'm sorry for it.
And I can't say more than that too.
It's a bit late to say it now. Neither of you care to put up with me.
No, Father.
No, Father.
You both say that because of what I've told you about leaving my money. Well, since you don't want me, I'll go to someone that does.
Come, Mr. Mayweather. You have got to live with one of your daughters.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. On Monday next, I've got to do 3 things. I've got to go to the lawyer and alter my will. And I've got to go to the insurance office and pay my premium. And I've got to go to St. Philip's Church and get married.
What?
Get married?
He's out of his senses. Who to?
To Mrs. John Sherrock's, who keeps the Ringo bells. We've had it fixed up a good while now, but I was keeping it for a pleasant surprise. I felt I was a bit of a burden to you, so I found someone who would think it a pleasure to look after me.
Abel Merriweather is about to leave when there's a sudden knock at the door. Victoria rushes to open it and finds a middle-aged, elegantly dressed, fashionable woman at the door. On inquiring, she introduces herself as
I'm John Sherrock's. I've come to see Abel.
John! Perfect timing! And to all my lovely children, we shall be very glad to see you at the ceremony. Till Monday next, 12 o'clock at St. Philip's Church. And Amelia, it's a good thing you brought the bureau downstairs. It will be handier to carry it across the Ringo bells on Monday.
The Western music performance is titled Rockapella. Get ready for a travel back in time from the era of the 19th century to the early 20th century as the talented young musicians of the OASIS perform and set a nostalgic mood for the evening.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy. 'Cause I'm easy come, easy go, little high, little low. Anyway the wind blows doesn't I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shadow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I'm walking down the line that divides me somewhere in my mind, on the borderline of the edge and where I walk alone. Read between the lines what's messed up and everything's alright. Check my vital signs to know I'm still alive, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shadow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. My shadow's only one that walks beside me. My shadow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone out there will find me. Till then I walk alone.
It is now time to bring this event to a closure. We would like to extend gratitude for the tremendous support by the school administration. We would also like to thank all the teachers, students, and very specially the parent community for their untiring efforts and remarkable dedication.
Bringing the show to its successful completion would not have been possible without this amazing OASIS team. So, let's have a huge round of applause for each and every member of our family. With this, we come to the end of today's program. Wishing you all a happy Diwali. Namaste.